What have we here? Well, look at this place. Almost out of Dishonored, basically. We are growing a tree down here. Okay. The setting seems rather showy for a scientific expedition. Look at this place. Biology lab area. Cool that we have a tree down here. How long have we been here, though, if there's a whole tree?
It's stuck.
Let's try the biology lab. I'm kind of just poking around. I don't really know what progress looks like in this game yet. Come out wherever you are. You're probably supposed to be closed, right? It seems to be full of mushrooms. I can't seem to close it for some reason. I can open and close these ones, and that's it. Huh. It was freezing the local area because it's trying to counteract the fact that it's open.
I need something to get it open.
There's these glowing mushrooms all around the room. I found a note about the origin of the Conarium. A note about the nature of the sessions. Dr. Faust is very tight-lipped about how he came up with that strange exploration device he built long ago. The only thing he has told me is that he came across some shunned and forbidden volumes about a device of extraterrestrial origin. But again, these sources do not hint that any existed on Earth except in the dreams of those who like to chew a certain alkaloidal herb. The sessions we hold in the meeting room to adapt our nervous systems to the alien impulses of the machine were frightening at first. If used too much, it affects the body to breaking point. But now I'm used to its non-human sensations. I've started to feel like the device is clearing my mind to make it absorb much more than ever before. I feel unconfined and much more receptive. But the most peculiar aspect of the sessions are that because it is a shared experience, I am able to receive impressions, ideas, and even memories which belong to the other participants. Usually my mind wanders after the sessions end, and I cannot focus my thoughts until I have slept for several hours. That strange device surely disorients feelings and bodily functions, but I believe that what it offers is of immense importance. No update on our personal journal yet. So we have this alien device, though probably the one that we saw, the orb, is apparently leading to shared consciousness, which is a trip. I'm pressing the wrong thing. Prey has me crouching with the C button, which is a problem right now. Look at you. Okay, so it's a phonograph cylinder. We're gonna have to poke around to make sure that we find everything we need. And I need to stop pressing C. Although, why is that thing beeping? Okay, that's concerning. I was like, oh, it beeps when I'm near the mushrooms, huh? Nope, it beeps at whatever's in there. It's not the mushrooms, which means it might be something scary. Uh-oh. I was like, oh, it detects plants. That's cute. Got a few different devices now I can use. Oh, that's where the phonograph went.
One of our researchers, C. Lenning, was found dead in the biolab last Tuesday. Cause of death is currently uncertain. but judging by the accumulation of a mass of green substance found in his mouth and throat area. Dr. Barlow, our botany expert, thinks that Lenning was smothered by small, sticky greenish clumps that look like pollen, belonging to the living samples of the plant Sahiti, which is thought to have become extinct during the Paleozoic era. Dr. DeWitt will perform a post-mortem examination on his body soon.
Unfortunately, oh, that's the entire document. Okay, that's just a verbatim record of what the audio log was. Okay, so the Sahiti plant can actually smother people with its spores alone. That's a concern, and we consumed it on purpose? Good plan, Doc. Maybe I'll keep these open just to show that I've searched them already. I might have a lot to poke around with here. Alright, dare I find out why this thing beeps?
Locked.
Well, now I'll never know. Oh. That's the Sahiti, right? That vertical plant over there with the, I think that's what we saw in the photo, which I thought was a creature, but it seems to be maybe a plant. It's some sort of vertical-looking pod that has like a mouth on top. It's almost like an alien egg, like a xenomorph. Well, that raises concerns.
Locked.
A lot of locked things around here. Does someone let the Sahiti out?
I need something to get it open.
I don't think I have anything to get that open with, so let's keep poking around other locations now. That was the biolab. The atmosphere here is thick. Look at this place.
It's stuck. It's stuck.
Well, we appear to have a terrible track record with having doors open.
It won't open.
There we go again. Some kind of silhouette of a man wearing a hood and maybe a gas mask. Or at least a face mask. Upuaut expedition. Don't know what's barreled here. We might interpret that thing's actions as trying to guide us somewhere. The question is whether or not it's a good idea to go where it wants us to go. This is what they called the link elevator. Link elevator has been set up. It can now reach both the tower and bottom levels below the base. Camp equipment and parts for the portable submarines are being transported to the first campsite. Tower, base, cavern entrance. Only one way to go.
Looks like I need something to get this elevator to work.
Never mind. Nowhere to go. All we have is a glove, a flashlight, and a walkie-talkie. And apparently the elevator doesn't work. Is there anything around here I could have used? I don't think we have a jump, so our mobility is pretty low. Nothing around here seems like I can grab it or interact with it. Glossopteris. They've definitely been pruning it. There's branches that are cut off. I'll do a once over here real quick again. But we might need to go back up, because I don't think I checked every room upstairs. Have I had all these closed before? They don't all close. Interesting. The bottom one stays open. And these switches can't be used. Well then, lacking other options, I think we're going back on that elevator to see what else I can find. Unless I can remove this crank to put it on the other spot. That's basically what I would need. We've been through this whole area. Into the infirmary. But we haven't been to the other side of this hall yet. Which should also now open. Oh yeah, the living quarters. That we need to go here. Oh, there might be a whole lot over here. I guess if it's living quarters for everyone on the crew, it could be a lot.
Locked. Locked.
Anderson's is open. Is that my name?
It's locked.
Maybe not.
Locked.
What? Why is yours full of wood idols? A man with his hands crossed with a leaf on his chest, stripes on his arms, marked spine, stripe on his head.
If his coat is just right here, where is he now?
I'm guessing dead. Maybe he's the spooky ghost. Okay, so you are N. Hansen. Then we have Ned Well, also opened. But N. Hansen's got the creepy effigies in his locker.
If his coat is just right here, where is he now?
Nikolai Gogol, the portrait. So he talked about those coats in third person, so I'm guessing that we are neither of those people. What did they do here? Something definitely happened here. I wonder if I'll need a key to open up the other ones. Maybe something mandatory will be inside one. This is the crew rooms. This is private rooms. It's incredibly hazy in here. MC Blake, James Barlow. Seems to have a full library to himself. Hidden plants of great antiquity. What if that has it inside of it?
It's stuck.
It's stuck. I bet that has one of those plants inside of it. That's what I would expect. Oh. Time for concern. What do you do? I'm wondering what the mechanic here is, what the trick is. You want it to be as high as possible? Oh, we probably want it to match... We probably want it to match these red lines we see. So if that's the wavelength, maybe I want to change the frequency now to match the speed. That's the right speed. Well, something happened there.
It's stuck.
Was that just phase 1, I wonder? Interesting. Let's try to match the speed now. There it is. Is this a good idea at all? Hello, creepy head we saw. What are you, like an automaton or something? It seems to be reminiscent of the models we saw.
Who are you?
I'm Frank. Frank Gilman.
Is that so?
Is there a problem with that?
My name is Frank Gilman, an anthropologist joining this expedition upon the invitation by Venerable Dr. Faust himself.
This thing is claiming that it's me. That's absurd. Why?
Oh, we have dialogue options in this game.
What do you know about Dr. Faust?
He is the grand mastermind and the pioneer of this expedition.
Where is everybody?
They are here.
I don't see anybody around. Are you sure?
Yes,
You're claiming that you are me, Frank Gilman. That you are just a machine.
and you are just air.
Air? What do you mean by that? It doesn't answer me. Okay, Frank. Tell me, why are you here exactly?
I am here because of my extensive knowledge on the human pineal gland. I am one of the Conariums.
Canarionaut?
Voyagers beyond.
Beyond? What beyond?
No answer.
You found a secret. That was a secret? That wasn't what I'm... That seemed like important to find. That was a secret. Huh. No update about that, huh? Oh, secret. The self-operating machine I've found in Dr. Blake's room. That strange device fascinated and horrified me in equal measure. It seems that it is able to reply to my questions with logical answers. But how can that be possible? Its eyes were so devoid of meaning that they disturbed me greatly. Above all, after speaking it, I sense explicitly a feeling of forlornness, as if loneliness is starting to give way to such singularities, signifying that I shall continue to be a stranger inside this desolate place, all alone for some time. What if when I was doing this, I was like syncing it up with my brainwaves or something, and it really is like thinking it's me or something? That's curious. Oh, I turned it back on. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. That's really creepy, yeah. It is actively creepy. What a weird thing to walk into. Do you open? No? Any drawers around here? Nope, not you. Curious. So he said I'm just air. I can't help but wonder, like, we've seen silhouettes of people, of the other crew members, and he says they're all here. I don't know how reliable his information might be. Maybe I should leave doors open that I've explored to see if that helps me keep track of all this. I I'm wondering if those silhouettes we're seeing of the other, that might be other crew members. What if I'm like that too, and I just aren't aware of it, and they see me the same way?
Locked.
James Barlow's is closed. Dr. Faust. That's an important door. Frank.
Did I lock my door? I don't remember where my keys are.
Unexpected. My own door is locked. You don't say.
Locked.
What a surprise. Can't go into Dr. Faust's office. I guess that would give us answers too quickly, right? So here's the rest of the crew. This one's double bunked. Ansons Journal 2. These nightmares have become unbearable. I still see the same man in my nocturnal visions, but now he is holding something in his hand, which I believe to be a lotus flower. We seem to be continuing this grave and serious conversation again and again, but I still can't remember the contents. During working hours, sometimes I hear his voice through the radio. It is not a form of meaningful sentences, but more like some unconscious mutterings. I'm afraid to tell anyone about this, for I hate the very idea of the suspension I will probably be facing. Probably their daughter? Or child, I guess. So everyone's losing their minds a bit as a result of the experiment, with different levels of being willing to actually admit any of it. Is that just like a bowl? I think so. Oh. Concerning. Alright. One of the composite sculptures we've come across during our initial field trips. It has an open third eye on its forehead as well as inside its hand, which I think indicates some kind of state of knowing, because allusions to knowledge and elder things recur all the time in almost every bas relief that we have discovered so far. All this leads me to believe that these creatures inhabiting those halls have acquired some kind of knowledge from elder things, fabled creatures of primal myths. Several other examples of composite sculptures ranging from humanoid to reptilian in shape. They were mostly damaged and generally in really bad shape. The lost parts were completed by the artist's imagination. There's a man with no jaw, an open eye on its hand and forehead, but the eyes on the head on the normal slots are closed. Decapitated head. Might have not been supposed to be decapitated. That might have just been a result of time. Here's a similar eye on the head type guy. And two things that look like almost like raptors. The abundance of five-pointed shapes seen in the design of the structures we've come across cannot be overlooked. In addition, most of the elegant figures adorning and staring silently from above most of the gigantic gateways are reptilian in shape. There's the five-pointed star. Almost like a horned toad over here. It's almost impossible to read that writing because it's so tiny and scribbly. I don't think I can, like, zoom in on it or anything. Look at that. This grotesque masonry caused an uproar with the countenance at war on its reptilian face. When we first found it residing within the almost substantial darkness of the cave, where it had been carved in eons past, some of the crew even claimed they had heard some muffled laughing sounds coming from within it. The pine cone it was guarding or hiding with its humanoid hands has some symbols carved into it which we are yet to decipher. So it had a pine cone, bizarre hands, a reptilian skull with an open mouth, and then it has all of these symbols. Is that the last page? It appears to be the last page. Weirdly, if you turn pages too fast, you'll, like, loop on turning the same page because the animation isn't done yet. Weird. Well, we're gonna take this with us, I think. Awkward. Let's maybe stand up. There we go. Just a baby photo. Oh, what was that? Hello? Moonlight butterfly. Enjoy your perch at the end of the world. Everyone's coats are hanging somewhere and not being used right now. Probably the top concern. Everyone brought photos of their kids, which they probably won't see for a while. I mean, weren't going to see for a while regardless, and now probably not. God, those are probably just gloves. Oh. Johann de Witt key. That's important. More glasses and gloves. So no one's using their goggles, no one's using their gloves, and no one's using their coats. And yet everyone's gone. Ferguson's note on his dreams. I am inclined more towards the notion that our nocturnal visions are not just faint and fantastic reflections of our waking experiences. Every time I pass into a state of dormancy, somehow, I can explore, while I am dreaming the vistas of grandeur. An alien prospect in unnatural disposition, so vividly expressing the outer extent of this world I have yet to discover. If only I was endowed with the artistic skill to describe my visions. All I know is that all this became evident after the Conarium sessions had started. Even though I am not one of the patients, I am somehow affected. I feel I am absorbed, while in an unconscious state, into the oblivion, crossing the line beyond the wall of sleep. L. Ferguson. Everyone's transcending, they think. Or they're going crazy. Or both.
It's locked.
Probably both.
Locked.
They're both locked. Alright, well our key was for DeWitt, right? Johann DeWitt? I think it's just time to go see if we had access to that. I assume his was the one across from mine, right? That's Faust and Gilman. Well, crap. Neither of you are DeWitt? James Barlow. Blake. Did I check this one already? I feel like you never know when there might be a secret in one of them, or like even a spare key. Have I seen DeWitt's place? This is the opening door to the living quarters in the first place. Oh, maybe his locker. A note on the dual personality problem. I've noticed a very curious and dangerous development in the psychological condition of the whole crew that compels me to record this note as an initial diagnosis report. The problem is especially intense for 3 subjects: Dr. Barlow, Dr. Anderson, and Frank Gilman. Oh, great. Great. That's us. Whom I have been inspecting closely since the onset of their psychological degradation. During the past 2 nights, the aforementioned subjects awoke, screaming in their beds, thus affected and demoralizing all the crew members. When I spoke to them personally, I noticed some serious deviations in their behavior patterns. As time progressed, I noticed deep changes in their mental conditions. When really pushed, they clearly started to behave like someone else, which led me to believe I was facing some sort of multiple personality disorder, but it is too early to draw any conclusions. Other subjects are not too far a cry from their normal personalities, but the difference is, of course, obvious. Their condition is getting worse day by day, and a serious medical examination is needed to be carried out on everybody displaying such symptoms. I informed Dr. Faust and warned him about the consequences. He looked worried, but nevertheless hasn't mentioned it to me since. With the weather conditions we have been having lately, it seems extremely unlikely that we shall receive professional help from the outside world, or will be able to send anybody away for a thorough medical examination, which is the only sane thing to do under the circumstances. Great, great. So I get to find out that I have a split personality problem going on. Great. And then we have these people. Let's review that note real quick. The names. The names. Where was it? Was it a secret? That counted as a secret, huh? Alright, Dr. Barlow, Anderson, and Gilman. Barlow. Anderson. Anderson's locker seems normal, except for the portrait. This might have significance of some kind. Oh, it's... I just noticed that compared to at least our books in the United States, its title's printed on the back. Wonder what language it's written in. Alright, Anderson, Barlow, and me. And of course, Barlow is one of the places we can't open the door to.
Locked.
So we can't get a lot more answer from that, can we? So what can I do from here? I tried all the doors, didn't I? Searching everywhere. My concern is that I haven't necessarily actually found anything that will let me progress. Concerning. Alright, let's see if there's another door somewhere I haven't tried. Yeah, I think that's it. No, that's the elevator in the infirmary. Ooh.
It's stuck.
That's something else too. Maybe we need to go back outside. I don't like how doors keep closing. We've been to the radio room. We can't do anything with that, with the electricity problem. Yeah, this guy is synced up already without me having to do anything. That probably means something, frankly. So this thing doesn't seem to react to this at all. Whatever it means. There's the plant, and it's covered in symbols. Concerning. Concern. Alright, so I'm getting that this is gonna probably be a slow-paced exploration game, but I'm game for it. I'm intrigued by what in the world is going on. Although I do need to figure out where in the world I'm gonna go next. Oops. I'm right-clicking on accident a little bit here. Alright, because I feel like we're at a bit of a dead end. I managed to miss something somewhere. Oh, I got turned around again. Was there anything else over here that I didn't have access to until the power came on? I don't think any of you were interactive, and then this just leads back outside. Alright. So I feel like I'm done with this zone, so I either need to go back in the snow or back underground and find whatever I'm missing. We'll see.